Growing up, what shaped or influenced your relationship with God and with the church?
Familial influence was probably number one, especially familial elders, those older than me, and in some relative position of authority, and their pressures to follow the same religious beliefs that they had definitely was a big one. And I feel like that goes for both sides of my family, probably my dad's side more than my mom's. But I feel that I feel that both sides were pretty passionately involved with their specific denominations. So they definitely were probably the primary drivers as to why I, subscribed to any particular denomination growing up. Part of it, I think, was, obviously as a child, like you're just kind of going along with whatever the family's doing. And then in my late teens, early adulthood, early 20s, going into mid 20s almost, at that point, it was not even so much that I was going with people in my household, especially when you talk about the early 20s, because by that point, I was strictly following the religious beliefs of my dad's side. So I wasn't going to church with my mom. My little sister at that point was going through her self discovery journey of pretty much walking away from organized religion as a whole. By the time she was 15, 16, she had started making that transition. And then my dad was on and off involved with his family's congregation. So he wasn't ever really a regular attender of those meetings and things like that. So I feel that it's a complicated answer because there's so many factors that contributed to it. It's not just familial pressure or influence. It was also within the congregations themselves, all these relationships I had built up with people and friendships and things like that, and then having the influence of them. And then also internally, at that point, I had been some denomination of Christianity my entire life. So it was almost this balance of what does my life look like if I'm not actively participating in an organized religion, specifically under the Christianity umbrella. So then there's that internal battle of like, okay, I'm starting to have really bad experiences here, and this is really affecting my mental health. But at the same time, like I've got familial pressure, I've got friendship pressure, I've got internal pressure of like, what does my life look like if I walk away? I don't even know what it looks like to not have a church home or whatever to go to.